The survey that we've conducted shows that a lot of young Europeans think that China has a very important role to play in the relationship between China itself and Europe. What do you think the relationship will be in the next decade?
There are three meanings. Number one is a bilateral relations. China and Europe, no strategic geography confrontation, no historic burden, no ideology. Basically, no ideology confrontation. So far, there is some confrontation on values. I think it's many misunderstandings. So this is very bilateral relations. And for regional meaning, it's between Europe and Asia. And two Asian civilizations from the continentals. This is very important for the Euro-Asian continent. And for the global meaning, I think China represents one of the emerging powers, and Europe industrialized and Western developed nations. So this relations is not only between the two economic market, but also it's two Asian civilizations. It's very important for the global governance. Since the global governance, we cannot just rely on the technology system, but also back to culture and civilizations. I think the Chinese civilization and the European civilizations as the most circular, most modern, and I think successful in benefit from the globalization. So play a very important and a special role for the future of the global governance.
So Wang Xiaoling of the Chinese Human Rights Defender Network said that European government do still have quite a lot of influence on the Chinese government per se. What do you think would be the opportunities for Europe to help China build a more responsible global role in the future?
Europe always be the teacher for the either industrialization, modernization, and even bring China into the international community. We benefit, rise of China benefited from the globalization, which European Union, Europe always is a key driving forces. How to influence China in the future? I think it depends on the Chinese people, and we learn from you. But at the same time, I think the Europeans also should be patient to understand that the logic between the relations between China and the world is changing China itself. When China fails, they are changing themselves and then impact the world. It's not how to say some dissident or some lobbyists say that pressure Chinese government and then change everything. It's not the logic anymore. With the rise of the Chinese civil society, I think from the internet, from the Chinese people, they have different views of that. So we are hot debate domestic of China. So I think Europeans better to communicate more with the Chinese people, not just with the government. This is a more effective way.
The last question. Do you think China is a threat to Europe?
What do you mean with threat? First, China is one of the now clear player of the globalization. Many Europeans they consider the globalization as a threat, and then consider China as a threat. This is logic of that. Of course, we said the globalization benefits somebody, and also somebody felt suffer. And so this is not about China per se. Secondly, many Europeans they don't understand so much about China because other Asian civilizations, whether India, Egypt, they are in the history you have special relations, but China still far away and kept the independent development path. And so you don't understand about China, and then consider about China, rise of China is a so-called challenge of your universalism. This is, as I said, I think so we need more cultural dialogue between each other. Actually, we pursue universality. Maybe Europeans with universality in the name of the universalism. So it's the many different understanding of the so-called universalism. I think that we can have more dialogue to solve this problem.
That's good. Thank you very much for your time.